back for another video. Today's video is going to be a full day of eating for weight loss. I am doing a somewhat aggressive mini cut, so I'm tracking my macros and making sure I'm hitting them as well as I can and adjusting things. So I'm gonna show you a full day of eating for today. Today's Saturday. I am gonna head to the gym, and oftentimes during the weekdays, I do not eat before I train just because I get up and I go real quick and I'm not hungry necessarily, and I kind of don't have time the second I get up. But since it's the weekend and I've got up, I had my morning coffee, I took Bruce Wayne for a walk, I don't want to go and get hangry, so I've made up my breakfast for how I'm going to start the day. Definitely not eating the colors of the rainbow this morning. It's a bit yellow, but that's okay. We're starting out today with 175 grams of liquid egg, not egg white, it's just egg, liquid egg, there's the word. I've topped that with my Aldi's mango habanero salsa, and then I cooked up in the air fryer just some little potatoes, about 150 grams of those, with some roasted tomato and 2 slices of center cut bacon. And on the side here we have some fresh pineapple, about 150 grams of that. So I'm gonna eat this, see how I feel, and then probably head out for my workout. I've got to do some cardio today and upper body. Also, I'm gonna share a little secret I've been keeping from you guys. Maybe it's not a big deal to some, but it's a big deal to me. I am actually in the Iron Man magazine. If you guys go pick this up, it's on sale right now. I was fortunate that Heidi asked me
Wait. Not only was she in it, the more important thing.
I didn't get to it.
The more important.
You scared him.
Good boy.
You scared him.
The more important thing is this guy's in it. This guy's in it.
Holy
Look
crap.
They're in it together.
We're all in. Ow! His little toenails. So Heidi had reached out to me and she asked a few of her athletes if they wanted to do some product shots for the magazine, and I was like, hell yeah. So you guys can find me, and she wanted me to get some pictures with Bruce Wayne as well. So there's a couple advertisements for Buff Bunny in here, and then Heidi has a whole, she had a whole interview in here, so that's really cool. And then let me find the coolest part though. All right, so towards the front of this side, there's a 2-page spread here for Buff Bunny collection, showing off some of the recent items. And then we were asked to just kind of mention why we like wearing Buff Bunny and how it makes us feel. And I said it makes me feel confident, motivated, and my inner glow skyrockets because part of feeling good is looking good, which I firmly believe. So this is my first ever and Bruce Wayne's first ever magazine appearance. So that was really cool, really honored to be part of it, and it'd be awesome if you guys support me and Bruce Wayne here. Oh, and I think that little middle picture there, that one's me as well.
And that one?
Yeah.
Above it too?
I think this is me too. That looks like my freckly chest. Jason took the shots for me and then we sent them off to Heidi, so it was kind of cool. They edited them all together. It's not like we got together for a photo shoot for this one down here. So you guys can check those out. Jason found this at Barnes & Noble. It's supposed to be available at like Target, Walmart, and big grocery store realtors. So if you do find it, shout me out, let me know. Give me and Bruce Wayne a little lovin' for our magazine debut. Back from the gym. I had an okay workout today. I had really good workouts all this week. I think just going a little bit later and I didn't have headphones with me kind of impacted me a bit, but nonetheless, got in there, got it done, and some days that's just how it's gonna be, and that's the reality of life, whether you're fitspo or not. I really hate that word, fitspo. It's gross. Anyways, I wanted to make up a quick lunch, and I grabbed this at Aldi this week. If you guys didn't check out my grocery haul video, I did that. Grabbed a bunch of things from Aldi, one of them being this edamame spaghetti, which is just a nice plant-based protein alternative if you're someone that needs assistance meeting your protein needs but doesn't want to eat meat all the time. And I just really like pasta, although I don't cook it a lot. So I thought this would be fun, especially with trying to lose weight. Sometimes finding something a little bit different like this, adding in more beans to your diet, it's gonna up the fiber content and hopefully make you feel much fuller a lot longer. So this guy has great nutritionals on it. It cooks up super quick, which is also a nice plus when you're hungry for lunch. So that cooked up in like 5 minutes and that was it. So 2-ounce portion is that's a pretty big portion if you ask me. It filled up my bowl, so I kind of kept it a little bit more cold. I ran some cold water over top, and then I added to it this pesto sauce that I also got at Aldi. I used about 15 grams of the pesto sauce, which was enough to really kind of toss my pasta in, toss the whole thing in it, added to it some red bell pepper as well as some roasted tomatoes, and topped it with some Himalayan pink salt. So I'm very excited. I'll give this a try on camera since I haven't tried it yet. And then I've also got a banana here that I'm probably gonna eat afterwards. There's a big bite. That's really good. You'd have no idea that that pasta is made out of beans. Ooh. Yes, and that pesto just kind of added the nice flavors of basil and a little bit of oil to it, which I really like on pasta. So good. Highly recommend. Day is just flying by today, you guys. I did eat a few black bean chips off camera, I apologize. But I've got a big dinner here that I probably should have actually used a real plate, but I'm a creature of habit and use paper plates a lot. I know that's bad, but I do. So what I've got here on this smorgasbord is a ton of shredded Brussels sprouts that we cooked in the oven earlier, 4-ounce ground turkey burger with some seasoning on it. I may use a little bit of this sugar-free G. Hughes honey mustard, we'll see. The Brussels sprouts have so much flavor, I don't think I'm gonna need any more. I've got a serving of jasmine rice, and then I've got some raw bell pepper, some organic baby carrots, and a serving of Mediterranean hummus. So it's kind of a little bit of everything. I'm gonna dip my veggies into my hummus. I haven't tried this hummus yet, it's from Aldi. I mean, how can you screw up hummus? It's so good. So I've got my little bit of raw crunch, little bit of warmth and soft textures. I'm such like a texture temperature person lately, but I do find it very satisfying. So this is gonna give me a good amount of macros, drinking some water with it, and then I'm just gonna be doing work for a little bit. So this should tide me over till the evening. And I wanna see what my fiber is at. That's something I've been trying to pay a little bit more attention to, because if you're trying to, one of the things that I like to do when I am trying to not necessarily just lose weight, but just to feel better about my eating choices, about my body, is to just be more aware of what I'm eating, be more consistent with my intake of fruits and veggies and water, making sure I'm getting in good protein sources. So just an overall awareness of what you're doing. A lot of people have asked me, like, how do you start a mini cut? How do I do that? The easiest tip I can tell you is to just start being more aware of what you're doing. What are your eating habits looking like right now? Are you flying by the seat of your pants every day? Because that's kind of how I get when I get what I call sloppy about it. Is I don't plan, I don't think about it, I just kind of do, and I go moment to moment. And that's fine on occasion, but when you're doing it every single day, that's where sometimes you can just not even be aware of what you're doing. So that would be my easiest tip for you guys, is to not even necessarily change anything, but start being more mindful about what you're doing, what your meals are looking like, how you're going about selecting your foods, and all that kind of stuff. So that's a really good starting point, is just to create that kind of assessment of yourself and what you're doing. And a lot of times that can make you more aware of, like, oh yeah, I probably shouldn't be doing this. You don't necessarily need to like go and get a coach to do that. So just being able to kind of assess yourself, you'll probably recognize some of the behaviors that you're doing or some of the things that you're eating that maybe could be modified to better assist you with just feeling overall better about yourself. So with that spiel said, I'm gonna jam on my smorgasbord. All right, last meal of the evening, and this is actually really late for me to be eating. I don't know what happened today, but the day just got started late and just it felt earlier than what it is. So very late for me to be eating, but my final meal of the evening is probably not going to shock most of you who have been here for my full day of eating videos, but I'm topping off the evening with my Per vegan protein brownie bowl, although I add stuff that makes it not vegan, but that's not the point. It's so delicious. This protein is so awesome. If you guys haven't tried it, you can check that out, tigerfitness.com. Link is always in the description box, so I appreciate it when you do use my link. This was like a little bit of a different day of eating for me, to be honest, because I only ate like meat, animal protein once, and I usually do eat, sorry, I have an itch. I usually do eat meat a little bit more during the day, but I don't know, I just went with how I was feeling today, and at 10 o'clock at night, which is late for me, I don't really feel like eating meat. So this just hits the spots, nice and sweet, and I find this so helpful for me, especially if I am having cravings. And I am someone that craves sweets almost daily, and I usually satisfy that with eating fruits a lot of time, or dark chocolate has been my go-to. But when I really want something a bit more decadent, this nails it every time. And I always add a bunch of toppings, so we'll get into the toppings as well. I kind of have like a new combo on here that I've been really enjoying. So the brownie bowl recipe, I've given it out a bunch of times. You guys probably know it by now. But what I added for toppings is just like not even a half a serving of butterscotch chips. I just threw those on there to melt for a little sweetness. And then these have been like really awesome on top. These are the cookie butter powders, kind of like a PB2 almost, but not. It's more cookie butter, I guess. There are protein in these. These are from Flexible Dieting Lifestyle, because I know you guys will ask me where you can get them. He sells them. Check out his Instagram. But this one is a cookies and cream, and this one's a golden cookie sandwich. So you actually mix these with water and make like a cookie butter. But what I do, because I'm weird, I just take them and, as you saw, sprinkle them on top. You might think that's like a little weird and dry, but I am gonna add just a little zhuzh of some whipped topping, and it works. It's so tasty. I really like the flavor of these powders on top of the brownie. I know it's a lot of powder going on, but it's delicious. And yeah, that was a really long explanation for my brownie bowl, but it's a big deal to me, and it hits the spot. So I know a lot of you guys that have tried it enjoy it too. You have to find ways like this, you guys, if you're wanting to eat sweets like most of us do, to like still eat them and either eat the real deal and be good with it, or have healthier alternatives, which this is what I would consider a healthier alternative. So on that note, I think that kind of sums up my full day of eating today. Not every day is the same. Like I said, today was very different, and you know, that's okay. Not every day is going to be absolutely the same. Not every day is going to be the healthiest day of eating. I think today overall was a good day for me. I hope this video gave you guys some ideas and little tips, if you will. I don't ever put out these videos anticipating you guys to think you have to eat exactly like me, or as much as me, or as little as me, or however you view it. These are just to help you guys out. So I do hope you enjoy them. If you did, as always, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. It does help me out. Lets me know what videos you guys like. Make sure you are subscribed, and if you think you are, just double check, because people still tell me that they get unsubscribed randomly, which I don't understand. And you can also hit the post notification bell so you know each and every time I upload. Thank you guys for hanging out with me this weekend. I hope you all have I hope you had a fabulous Easter weekend, since this is going up after Easter. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.